Hey gamers, welcome back to the show. Today we are taking a look at Marvel Vs Capcom 2 on the SEGA Dreamcast. This is a game I grew up playing in the arcade back in the day, and it is an absolute classic from 20 years ago. It was released in 2000 in the arcade and on the SEGA Dreamcast. And 20 years later, it's still being played at game tournaments today. And that's because the game is awesome. This was my first real exposure to the Capcom style of fighting games. Growing up, I was a big fan of like Mortal Kombat, but I never really got to play any of the Street Fighter games just because we didn't have any of those games. So my first exposure to Street Fighter and all that was in the Marvel vs. Capcom games. And growing up, I would mostly choose, guys like Spider-Man and the X-Men, Gambit, Cable. I was into the superhero characters. That's one of the things that's nice about this game is it has a little bit of something in it for everyone. Whether you're a fan of Resident Evil, this game has Jill from Resident Evil in it. Or you're a fan of Street Fighter, Darkstalkers. If you like Mega Man is in this game. It's got all the X-Men. It's got the Avengers. It's got Spider-Man. And it's even got Strider in it. So this is a great multiplayer fighting game. Great for playing with your friends. Inviting a few friends over. I was just playing with my friend Alex last night. I like playing this game with my brother and my friend Jimmy and my friend Alex. It's a good multiplayer game. The only real complaint I have about this game is playing it on the Dreamcast is the Dreamcast controller. It's not really that great for fighting games. The D-pad just isn't really that great, and you only got 4 face buttons instead of 6 face buttons like on the Sega Saturn controller. This game would really be improved if you could just plug a Sega Saturn controller into it. I'm sure there's some way I could find another controller to plug into it that's affordable. I know there are arcade sticks available for the Sega Dreamcast, but the arcade sticks for the Sega Dreamcast they're like $100. I'd have to get 2 of them. I don't feel like spending $200 on 20-year-old arcade sticks that I'll probably have to repair. Doesn't sound like a fun time to me. Anyway, this game has 56 playable characters, so there's a lot to choose from. A lot of different characters you can be. You pick 3 fighters. It's a 3-on-3 fighting game. Beautifully drawn 2D graphics in front of 3D backgrounds. It's a really nice looking game even today, 20 years later. It's got really great gameplay, and that's why it's still played at fighting tournaments to this very day, 20 years later. It was going to be at EVO this year in 2020, but obviously EVO was canceled this year. And it's a great game. 10 out of 10 game, definitely pick it up, check it out. I don't think we're ever going to get a fighting game with this many playable characters in it that you don't have to pay for. Especially a fighting game involving Marvel and Capcom. They're never just going to give you 56 free characters that you don't have to spend money for DLC to download them. It's never going to happen again, guys, so you better get your hands on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 while you still can, because it's an absolute classic and an absolute must-play game, so go grab it, guys. Get it right now. I remember playing it in the arcade. We used to go on field trips. In my middle school, we'd go to this place called Hollywood Park, which was kind of a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff, but it was better than Chuck E. Cheese because it had good arcade games. And I would play it with, I remember playing it with one of my teachers, and he totally destroyed me at that game. It's a good memory I have playing it. Yeah. Check this one out. Perfect game. You can get it on the Dreamcast. You can get it on the PS2, Xbox. Check it out, guys. This has been James. Thank you for watching my video. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You're going to get more game reviews from me in the future. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.